This is the HexGaming Ultra X controller, and in this video we're going to be unboxing it and testing it out. Let's go. So you may have seen my video a few months back on the HexGaming Advanced controller, but the Ultra X is a new addition to their lineup of Xbox Series X or S controllers, which can of course also be used with PCs. The Ultra X can be fully customized through their website with rubberized grip faceplates, adjustable triggers, as well as having a more refined set of remappable buttons with up to 6 remapping profiles. Customizing your own Ultra X controller starts at $180 or £160, which is pretty standard for this style of modded controller, but it does come in slightly more expensive than the Xbox Design Labs Elite Series 2 controllers. This here is a controller that I designed myself through their intuitive website, matching my room and YouTube channel with the blue, white and grey colorway. I'll leave a link to their customization page below so you can design your own controller and share your creations in the ScorpioTech Discord server. And before I forget to mention, there are also a bunch of other controllers you can customize, including the PS5 DualSense. But for now, let's take a closer look at the Ultra X. As I mentioned before, practically anything can be customised. That includes a selection of faceplates and colours, as well as chrome, clear and metal components, and a bunch more. The first impressions I had were excellent. The controller feels premium, comfortable and looks exactly as portrayed by the online design tool. I opted for adjustable triggers, which you can see on the sides of the controller, and these allow me to change between a 1.5mm digital setting to give you the advantage in competitive shooters, and a full trip to have more control over acceleration and braking in racing games. As well as this, the Ultra X also comes with a bunch of interchangeable thumbsticks that we'll come back to a little later in the video. Of course, being an Xbox Series X or S controller, you have a USB Type-C port and sync button on the top, and a headphone jack and expansion slot for additional controller peripherals on the bottom. Taking a look at the handy quick start guide, we can see clear information about button remapping along with illustrations. I'll be showing an example of how to do this a little bit later as well, but it's simply a case of activating the pairing mode with the button on the back, holding down the buttons you wish to map together, and then exiting the pairing mode. This is very intuitive and can be done in just a few seconds. But for now, let's take a look at the interchangeable thumbsticks. On the controller by default you have 2 short concave sticks, but in the box you have 2 long concave, 2 long domed, 1 concave widened and 1 short domed, which will hopefully be enough to cover your preferences. Definitely a nice little touch from HexGaming. Changing them is very straightforward. Simply pull upwards on the current thumbsticks and push the new ones in. But for now, let's take a look at the adjustable triggers. As you can see, the standard full trip takes quite a big press before firing, whereas you can flick the switch and use the 1.5mm short trip mode for practically instant firing upon pressing down. It's also worth noting that, as with all Xbox controllers, it features a standard battery pack slot on the back, so you can use your existing rechargeable battery packs with this controller, or of course opt for a cable instead. Moving on to the remappable buttons, the quick start guide will really help you out. Simply hold on to the remap button on the back for 3 seconds until the light starts flashing blue, then hold down both the buttons you want to map to either K1, 2, 3 or 4 on the back of the controller. The light will then blink red to indicate a successful pairing, then all you have to do is remember to exit the remapping mode by once again holding the button for 3 seconds. And that's all there is to it. In this example I mapped right trigger with K2 on the rear of the controller to give me an alternate way of firing. All that was left to do then was to boot up the Series X, pair the controller and update it like normal, and then jump into some games. Whilst I'm by no means a pro gamer and probably won't utilise the remappable buttons to their full potential, the HexGaming Ultra X has been a pleasure to use. It's comfortable, responsive and looks pretty great if I do say so myself. With the rubber grips, adjustable triggers, remappable buttons and a custom design, I really do feel like HexGaming are worth a look when it comes to high-end controllers. In terms of things that let me down, I can honestly only name a few. One of the adjustable trigger switches was very stiff initially, but it seems okay now, and I feel like the controller should come with either batteries, a cable or possibly even both. Other than that, I'm really very impressed. HexGaming isn't a household name in the controller industry just yet, but I can definitely envisage it will be if they keep going in the right direction. And that pretty much brings us to the end of this video. As always, I'll leave the relevant links and so on down in the description if you want to design or order your own controller. I've also managed to get a 5% off coupon, simply use code ScorpioTech in all capitals at checkout. For giveaways, tech talk, gaming setups and much more, make sure to join the ScorpioTech community Discord server with over 3,000 members linked down below. I really hope to see you there. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.